Okay, take two. Hey everybody, yeah, had a little faux pas there a few moments ago. Um, let's just say it like this: sometimes what can go wrong will go wrong. All kinds of things can just go wrong. You're in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. You're here in the X XONE studio somewhere in Georgia. All right. So first and foremost, I want to thank all of my subscribers, all of my viewers, for your continued support, even when things kind of go awry. Do I have Spider-Man PS4? Well, Sean, I don't have a PS4. Okay, I'm not. I'm not in a position. I've been wanting a PS4 for a while. By the time I get a PS4, I'm gonna have a PS5. And I don't have a current console at the moment. But anyway, we're talking about the Mandalorian. Uh, I saw the trailer earlier today, and as you saw if you read in the description below, I had a little sound problem with my microphone, so I was upset first of all because it was a good reaction. I had such a good time watching that trailer, and it really made me more excited about Star Wars. Because I'm gonna tell you something, with the mix of all the toxic fandom and all the hammering and the hateful speech that a lot of fans have been making towards the current Star Wars trilogy and the prequels and everything, and all the nastiness of within the Star Wars community. It really kind of made me like a little. It's kind of like feel like about Star Wars these days. Now I know I'm a fan. I know I love it. I know I love the original trilogy. I love everything about it. But I really think we needed something to make us love Star Wars again. Um, so Mandalorian, the Mandalorian, from what I understand, from people who have already seen an episode of it, how people were blown away by the trailer over at D23. We saw the full trailer. I saw this trailer, parts of it before, like last year, where you had people sneaking into D23 with their cell phones and recording the trailer while it's on screen. But I saw this and more. It was amazing. Disney Plus streaming service is going to have a lot. It's coming out. It's coming out banging with all the wonderful shows that they have for the Disney Plus streaming service, particularly original, brand new Star Wars material. If you watched any of my shows before, I reported of a Rogue One miniseries that will be available on the Disney Plus streaming service. Diego Luna will be reprising his role as Captain Kajin Andor. And I forget the name of the actor who plays Mr. Nobody in Doom Patrol, who also does the voice of my favorite droid, K2SO. And it's a shame because K2SO is now my favorite droid, even above R2 and 3PO. I'm sorry. I mean, listen, R2 and 3PO are always going to be my boys. But K2SO kind of came in and kind of stole their thunder, man. But anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing more Star Wars. I mean, let's talk about the trailer. IG-88, man. We've all wanted to see the droid IG-88 in action. Of course, they weren't able to do it way back in the day because they just didn't have the technology for it. But we were always curious about what this droid was able to do as far as being a bounty hunter. And of course, they show it. I mean, super CGI and everything. I mean, IG-88 is nothing to mess with. There was that scene where IG-88 and the Mandalorian first walk in and the door opens up and you see them both walking in together. It looked completely Star Wars. The look is so I mean, it's kind of hard to give a word of when you say it looks very Star Wars. It was just that look. of IG-88 standing next to the Mandalorian when that door opened up. It was that otherworldly look that they had. We saw Carl Weathers. We saw Giancarlo Esposito as apparently a high-ranking, either a remnant of the Empire or maybe the rise of the First Order, because you had Death Troopers there. And I haven't seen anything that made me more excited about Star Wars since Rogue One. And The Force Awakens before that. I mean, we can go all day about The Last Jedi. I know that people have problems with it. There were some things that I had problems with and everything, but I accepted it because I'm a fan. And now we're just hoping that J.J. Abrams can bring it home with Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, which will be released in December of this year. We're hoping. Now, The Mandalorian takes place after Return of the Jedi, after the fall of the Empire. It takes place in a part of the galaxy that's far beyond the reach of the New Republic. And it's all about a lone gunman simply called the Mandalorian. And the Mandalorians, as you may or may not know, if you're not a Star Wars fan, you don't know what a Mandalorian is. The Mandalorians are a race of warriors, noble warrior race of people. Their trademark helmets, and their armor, the pride in their weapons and their technology, and their warrior mind and their warrior upbringing, their warrior tradition. Up to this point, my favorite Mandalorian was Sabine from Star Wars Rebels. I remember one time I was over at the East Coast Comic-Con, and I was dressed up as Bronze Tiger. One of these days I want to get back in shape and do Bronze Tiger again. And there was a young lady standing in line. It was a cosplay contest. We were all standing in line, and it was this delightful young lady dressed up as Sabine. And I looked at her. I was like, yo. I looked at her. I was like, young lady, I just want to say, Sabine rocks. She is badass. Okay, with that multicolored hair of hers and everything, and her, her Mandalorian style of fighting and weaponry and everything. She was just cool, just a cool character, and just so well represented and displayed on Star Wars Rebels. I love Star Wars Rebels, by the way. That was a good series. I mean, it had its throwaway episodes and everything, but Sabine forever, right? Okay. But yes, The Mandalorian, fabulous trailer. You can tell that Disney's got the money. I thought I was looking at a Star Wars movie. I really did. I really thought I was looking at this because it's such a high quality. And of course, Disney, they have the budget for it. They got billions, okay? They can do a high quality television show just like that, from the spaceships to the special effects, the action, the sets and everything, the design and everything, how everything looked in this trailer. It's you can imagine how much it costs per episode, man. And no doubt they're going to serve up the same kind of quality and the same type of budget, high quality Star Wars storytelling on the small screen with Rogue One and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, at D23 officially, it's been announced that Ewan McGregor will be reprising his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi in an Obi-Wan Kenobi miniseries on the Disney Plus streaming service. I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, come on. It's going to be banging, man. It's going to be crazy. So, with that being said, did you see The Mandalorian? Or will they be including any of the other bounty hunters that we've seen from Empire Strikes Back? There was nothing more Star Wars that brings back those feelings of seeing that scene where Darth Vader was briefing the bounty hunters, telling them that there's, offering, a substantial reward for the capture of the Millennium Falcon. You saw, let's talk about it. Do you know your bounty hunters, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know your bounty hunters, Star Wars fans? You have Zuckuss, you had Dengar, you had Boss, you had IG-88, you had 4-LOM. You also had, let's see. Did I say Boss? I said Dengar. And also we had the legendary Boba Fett. The Mandalorian that we ran into years ago, and then later on found out that he was nothing but a baby clone of his father, Jango Fett. But you know what? Easter egg. If you're a true Star Wars fan going back into the 70s, did you notice the Mandalorian's weapon? That big rifle-like thing, the stock of that weapon. Does it look familiar? Well, guess what? Boba Fett had that same weapon in the animated portion of the Star Wars Holiday Special, the legendary Star Wars Holiday Special that was only aired once on television. It had Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Peter Mayhew as Chewbacca, and Anthony Daniels as 3PO, and of course Kenny Baker as R2. So R2D2. Yeah, there was an animated section of that show, and it was really fantastic. It was probably the best thing. The only good thing about that Star Wars Holiday Special was that animated portion where we first saw Boba Fett. And Boba Fett's costume was a little different. It was a little bit more white and blue, a little bit bluish, blue and whitish there. So I guess maybe it turned green over the years. I don't know. Maybe it had some wear over the years. But anyway, yes, that was your Easter egg, that weapon. So are you looking forward to The Mandalorian? Yes, no, maybe so. Talk about it in the comments below. I'm HB Gibson. I love you to life. We were just talking about The Mandalorian, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great night or great day, whatever time of the day you're watching this video. Bye-bye.